You know this building. Even if you think you don't, you do. It stands on the corner of 72nd Street and Central Park West like a gothic fortress watching over New York City. The Dakota. It's where John Lennon was murdered in cold blood. It's where Boris Karloff, the original Frankenstein, lived out his final days. And it's where Roman Polanski filmed the exteriors of the most cursed horror movie in cinematic history. But here's the thing about Rosemary's Baby. It wasn't just a movie about a cult summoning something evil into an innocent home. It feels like they actually did it. When we talk about cursed movies on Dark Vault, we usually talk about The Exorcist having set fires or The Omen having lightning strike the planes. But Rosemary's Baby is different. The darkness surrounding this film didn't just cause technical difficulties. It didn't just ruin careers. It took lives. It destroyed families. It ended an era of Hollywood innocence and ushered in something much darker. To understand why, you have to look at the location itself. Before a single camera started rolling, the cast and crew were warned to stay away from the Dakota. There were legends of a high priest of the occult who lived there in the early 1900s, conducting rituals that stained the very stones of the building. But Roman Polanski didn't care about warnings. He wanted realism. And that desire for realism is exactly what opened the door. Let's talk about the leading lady, Mia Farrow. In the film, her character wastes away, becoming pale, skeletal, and paranoid. That wasn't just makeup, that was real. During filming, Polanski isolated her. He pushed her to the brink of a nervous breakdown. He forced her, a strict vegetarian, to eat raw, bloody liver on camera for the sake of authenticity. And the toll wasn't just physical. Midway through production, her husband, Frank Sinatra, had divorce papers served to her right there on the set in front of the entire crew. Her life was falling apart in real time, mirroring the isolation of her character. The negative energy on that set was palpable, it was heavy, and it needed somewhere to go. It went straight for William Castle, the producer. If you know horror history, you know Castle was a showman, a carnival barker. He was the guy who put buzzers in theater seats to shock people. He mortgaged his house and bet his entire career on this story about the Antichrist because he wanted critical respect. But almost immediately, the universe pushed back. The hate mail started arriving before the film was even finished. Not just angry letters, death threats. You bastard, you believer in witchcraft, you will die slowly. Castle laughed him off. He thought it was free publicity. That is, until the movie wrapped. Immediately after the premiere, his kidneys just failed. He was rushed to the ER in excruciating pain, and this is where it gets weird. Witnesses say that while he was delirious from uremic poisoning, he wasn't screaming for a doctor. He wasn't asking for his wife. He was screaming lines from the movie. He would thrash in his hospital bed, yelling, "Rosemary, for God's sake, put down the knife," over and over again. He genuinely believed the story he brought to life was trying to kill him. And honestly, he might have been the lucky one. If you've seen the film, you remember the character Hutch. He's the benevolent friend who tries to warn Rosemary about the coven, only to fall into a sudden, mysterious coma and die. It's a terrifying plot point. But for the film's composer, Krzysztof Komeda, it wasn't a plot point. It was a prophecy. Komeda was a genius. He wrote that haunting, humming lullaby you hear in the opening credits. Months after the film wrapped, Komeda was at a party in Los Angeles. There was a friendly scuffle, a total accident, and he fell off an escarpment. He suffered a brain clot, just like Hutch. He fell into a coma, just like Hutch, and he died, never waking up. It's almost like the script wasn't fiction, it was a blueprint. But the darkness didn't stop at the crew. It went straight for the director, Roman Polanski. August 1969. The film has been out for a year. Polanski is in Europe. His wife, Sharon Tate, is in Los Angeles. She's 8 months pregnant. I don't need to tell you the graphic details of what the Manson family did that night on Cielo Drive. It is etched into the American psyche as the moment the 1960s officially died. But look at the narrative parallel. It is impossible to ignore. In the movie, a cult invades a woman's home to take her baby for a dark purpose. In reality, a cult invaded the director's home and took his wife and unborn child. The Manson family even scrawled the word pig on the front door in blood. In the film, Rosemary has a nightmare where the word pig is written in red paint. You can call that coincidence if you want. You can say it's just random chance, but that is a level of synchronization that makes your skin crawl. It's like the film was a premonition, a ritual captured on celluloid that summoned a real-life horror. We love horror movies because they're safe. We pay our money, we get scared, the credits roll, the lights come on, and we go home. But with Rosemary's Baby, the lights never really came back on for the people who made it. The evil bled off the screen and into the real world. So, next time you watch it, listen closely to that lullaby. It doesn't sound like a song anymore. It sounds like a warning. But if you think this is the only time Hollywood played with fire, you're wrong. There's a movie where the curse didn't just hurt the crew, it killed the main actor on camera. Click here to see the dark truth behind The Crow, or click here to see how Poltergeist hunted its cast for years. Welcome to the Dark Vault.